Right. Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last topic? Automation testing, right? Okay. Online students, as the screen is visible. Online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay, right. Let's complete on that. Let's understand in more details related to this particular Selenium. Previously, we got understood a basic overview what exactly this particular Selenium tool. Now, let's understand in a very detail what make with the features of the Selenium. As simple as while attending with interviews, you may attend an interview as a fresher level, or you may considering the experience level. When you are attending with the interview as a fresher level or taking with experience level, definitely there is a chance you will be getting with a very regular question and a very common question in asking that different ways. The one question they will be asking, what make you advantages of Selenium? As simple as they'll be asking in a question, what are the advantages of Selenium? The very common question, very regular question. The same question in a different way. The one question is, what is the question? What are the advantages of Selenium? That is one particular question you will have. The same question in a different way, they will be asking that what is the reason or what make you the reason to implement only Selenium in the project? Why not other automation tools here? Because in the market, is that Selenium is only one automation tool in the market? No, right? There are a number of tools are there. In a market, there are a number of tools are available. Even though a lot of tools are available in the market, what make you the reason in implementing Selenium in the project? Why not other automation tools here? Indirectly, you are trying to get understand what make you the features of Selenium. For that, to make an easy understanding, to go with easy understanding, we are comparing Selenium with QTP tool, and then we are trying to get understand what make you advantages of Selenium or what make you features of Selenium. The whole conclusion, we need to be get comfortable in understanding that what make you the reason or what make you the advantages of Selenium. To understand that, we are doing comparison with QTP and need to be get understand what make you that particular respective advantages. Further, if we just compare this particular Selenium and QTP, the first point, what it got mentioned? Selenium is open source. Meaning of open source? Meaning of open source? Free of cost. Just if you're having internet connection, just if you have internet connection, you can download from the internet and you can start working with the tool here. It's not like any restriction, or it's not like you need to pay any amount or partial amount. As simple as just if you're having internet connection, you can download from Google and you can start work with the tool here. So the very main reason and the very most important reason, the main reason and the very most important reason we need to be considering the Selenium is open source tool here. This is the very first reason why we are getting more market for Selenium and why the clients are interested to get work with Selenium. Consider with QTP. Meaning of QTP? What is it? Quick Test Professional. The meaning of QTP, we need to be considering the Quick Test Professional. In case of QTP, it got mentioned the paid tool here. So if you want to be work with QTP, if you want to be work with QTP, first you have to take license. First you need to be take with the license from that particular respective company, and then you need to be start working with the tool here. So the one I will be mentioning the open source, and the one I will be mentioning the paid tool here. So to work with QTP, client need to be invest some budget for taking with the license, and then need to be working with the tool here. So the first major advantage of Selenium, we can considering the Selenium has been mentioning the open source tool, but in case of QTP, considering the paid tool here. And then Selenium, it will be supporting for all the browsers here. Maximum of all browsers has been supported by Selenium. Based on that project requirement or based on that particular client requirement, you can take with the help of any of the browser and you can start continued working with that particular browser. So not like restricted to any one particular browser. Based on that particular project requirement or client requirement, you can utilize any of the browser. In case of QTP, what is the browser it will support? What is the browser it will support? Which need to be mentioning the Edge browser. Previously, we used to be considering the Internet Explorer. Previously, we used to be considering the IE browser, Internet Explorer. Now it has been considering the Edge browser here. So most of the time, it will be supporting with Edge browser. If required, you can work with other browsers also. But the main support has been done with Edge browser. Coming to the Selenium, it's not like restricted to any browser. Based on your project requirement or based on that particular client requirement, you can take with the help of any of the browser here. Then you got considering the languages. The Selenium, how many languages it is supporting? How many languages? 6 languages. It's not like just 1 or 2. Selenium has been supporting for 6 languages. 6 programming languages. Programming languages are totally different and scripting languages are totally different. The Selenium tool which has been supporting for 6 programming languages. In case of QTP, what it is supporting? VB script. Meaning of VB? What is it? Visual Basic. Meaning of VB, which need to be get considering the Visual Basic. This particular this particular QTP is not working with all the programming languages or scripting languages. It is just supporting only one thing, that it will be taking with VB script. Coming to the Selenium, we are not having any restrictions here. Based on that particular project requirement, you can take with any of the language and it will be supported by this particular Selenium. So the one you mentioned, Selenium has been considered pure open source tool, and then considering the multi-browser support, and then considering the multi-language support. In a similar way, the Selenium is supporting for multiple operating system. It can be supported for Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Mac operating system. Any operating system has been supported by Selenium. But taking with the QTP, what it is supporting? What it is supporting? Only Windows. So that particular QTP we can get installed. That particular QTP we can get installed only in the Windows here. Windows operating system. We cannot install in Mac or we cannot install in Linux. Every tool, it got its own features. It got its own drawbacks. We cannot say that this is one best tool here. As part of that project requirement, it will depends on what are all that particular tools need to be used. For now, the common advantage, Selenium is considering that open source and supports for multiple browsers, support for multiple languages, supports for multiple operating system. In case of QTP, mentioning the paid tool, working with only one browser, working with only one operating system. Okay. This is what taking you or considering the very general advantages here. Now if we take into very detail, which you will be taking with the technical, the one you got the option. What is option you got? What is that option you got? Object identification. Same thing in QTP. The same thing in QTP. What is option you got? No. In Selenium we got object identification. QTP also we got object identification. What exactly mean by this? What exactly mean by this? How exactly we can implement this particular object identification? First, we'll try to understand that. What exactly the meaning of object identification, why it has been came into the picture while working with Selenium automation. So let's understand in a very detailed way. Right. See the understanding. So let's understand in a very simple way what exactly mean by this automation testing and what we need to learn as part of automation testing. So the first understanding, what is the meaning of manual testing? Meaning of manual testing. Meaning of manual testing? Testing done by? Multiple answers I'm getting. Testing done by? Human interactions. Who are the human beings? User. Tester. Who are the human beings? We are the human beings. Okay, very perfect. So now, see the understanding. Manual testing we have to perform, done by human interactions. Automation testing need to be done by? Automation testing need to be done by tool. Okay. Now see the understanding. See the understanding here. The one we need to be get mentioning that. The one we need to be get mentioning that manual testing and then automation testing. The meaning of automation testing. The meaning of automation testing done by the tool here. Okay. It can be any tool. It can be any tool that you will be taking with Selenium or taking with QTP or some other tools, whatever it can be. Okay. Now, see the whole understanding. The meaning of automation testing. What is the meaning of automation testing? Testing done by the tool. Manual testing is started from? Manual testing is started from requirements level. Automation testing will started from? Automation testing will started from testing cases. Okay. Now, you guys has been decided that you guys are doing the training program. What is your main training program? Full stack Java developer. Two intelligent guys here, right? So now, you guys has been decided that every day Suresh sir is telling that automation testing is very simple. That too, the meaning of automation testing. Meaning of automation testing? Testing done by the tool. Then you decided to start with automation. You guys has been sitting in front of system and you are remembering that Suresh sir told that automation testing is done by the tool. Then you open the tool here. After that you remember Suresh sir told that to start automation testing required manual test cases. You are already open the tool and in another side you open manual test cases also. You guys are sitting in front of your laptop and you got open Selenium tool and you got open this manual test cases and you are looking into the monitor when automation testing will be done here. Because sir told that, what mentioned? Testing done by tool. You open the tool, you open manual test cases and you are looking into the monitor when automation testing will be done. Is that automation testing will be done? Done or not? Yes or no, guys? No, yes or no. If you are seeing that monitor from morning to evening, because of evening, is that automation will be done? Yes or no? No concept at all, no chance at all. It can be evening, it can be afternoon, it can be or sleeping also. Because of sleeping, it will not done with automation. Don't be confused at all. Be very clear about the concept. Meaning of automation testing. What is the meaning of automation testing? Testing done by the tool. That is correct only. But because of that, it's not like tool will be doing all the things. You guys will open the tool and then you will sleep it and by the end of the month asking for 40,000 salary or 50,000 salary. 40 or 50? 60, huh? 1 lakh, huh? Okay. So whatever it can be, it's not like just because of opening the tool, you can't get the salary here. See the concept. By default, any tool, Selenium, QTP or other things, any tool doesn't have any intelligence. You may work with any automation tool. Any of the automation tool doesn't have any intelligence. Just because of opening with the tool, by default, tool will not be performing any of the things here. Because of that, either you are learning the tool or you are working on the tool. Either you are learning the tool or working on the tool, you have to take care about in performing two things here. Either you need to begin working with this particular automation testing, you have to take care about in performing with two steps here. How many steps need to be done? How many steps need to be done? Two steps. The whole automation testing working with only two steps here. In that first step, you need to begin taking care about providing instructions for the tool. First activity, you need to begin provide. First activity, you need to begin provide instructions for the tool here. So the very first thing you have to take care. Is, in case if you are learning automation tool, you need to learn or you need to understand how you can provide instructions for the tool. That is the first step. Second thing, you need to begin understand. Second thing, you need to be Second thing, you need to begin understand that how you can generate that particular results or you can generate that particular respective output. So the whole automation testing taking care about two things here. First one, providing instructions. Second one, generating the results or taking with output. Now assume that you want to learn automation testing. You have to learn only two things here. In that, first we have to learn how to provide instructions for the tool. You need to learn how to provide instruction for the tool. That is the first thing. Second thing, you have to learn how we can generate the results. In case of learning, you have to take care about these two things. What is the first one? Providing instructions for the tool. What is the second one? Generating the results or output. Assume that in case you are working on the tool here. In case if you are working on the tool, then you have to take care about how you can provide instruction and how you can generate the results. So the whole automation testing working with only two steps here. What is the first step? providing instructions for the tool. Second thing, generating the results. Now, you guys has been decided two things here. First one, meaning of automation testing. Testing done by the tool. Second thing, while working with the tool, you need to be perform two things. What is the first thing you have to perform? Providing instruction. What is the second thing? Generating the results. Now, again, you guys has been decided. What you decided? You guys has been decided that Suresh sir is mentioning that the whole automation testing, only two steps here. In that, what is the first step? Providing instructions. What is the second step? Generating the results. Then you decided to do the automation. Now this time, you guys are sitting in front of the laptop and then you got taking the first thing, meaning of automation testing. Testing done by the tool. You opened automation tool in the laptop. Then taking with to start automation testing. What we require? What we require? Testing cases has been required. You open automation tool. You got open manual testing cases and sitting in front of system and decided to start with automation. For that, you are remembering the 2 points here. What is the first point? What is the first point? Providing instructions. What is the second point? Generating the results. Now you started providing the instruction. You guys are sitting in front of system and then giving the instruction saying that Selenium open application, Selenium open application, Selenium open application. Is that Selenium will open application? You're giving instruction, right? Is that Selenium will open the application? No, but you guys are too intelligent because what is the training program you are doing? Full stack developer training program you are doing. As you guys are too intelligent, as it is not opening it, you are trying in another language here, taking Telangana language here. Is that it will open? Open or not? No, but too intelligent, right? Trying in taking with Urdu or Hindi also. Is that it will open? No, but too intelligent. This time you guys are trying with Chinese or Japanese also, saying that ching chang here. Marathi, yeah? Okay, very perfect. Still? So you tried with all the languages, whatever you are knowing, whatever you are not knowing also. Then is it Selenium will open application? Will open or not? Morning to evening, you can say that open application. It will never open any application. Why it will not open? Why it will not open? Why Selenium tool will not open? I can't understand. What you are explaining, the tool cannot understand. Providing the instruction means it's not like just you are sitting in front of the system and giving the instruction. So that cannot be done. That cannot be working. Because of that, to provide that particular instructions, you are taking with the help of your Baba came into the picture here. So that is how your favorite subject came into the picture with the help of programming. So we have to provide instruction. Providing with the instruction, we need to be provide instructions with the help of programming. Selenium, how many languages it is supporting? How many languages? 6 languages it is supporting. So based on your comfortable, you can utilize with any of the language here. So that is how programming concept has been came into the picture while working with Selenium automation. Now, just an example. See that. Assume that you are doing with the programming. In the programming, you will be having the methods. Method concept will be there. Knowing it? In Java, having methods. How many types of methods? How many types of methods? No, 2 types or 3 types or 10 types. How many types? 2 types. What are those? Predefined, user defined. What is the use of the method? No. My question is, what is the use of the method? Methods use ఏంటి? To perform? To perform an action. You want to be get perform one particular action. If you want to be get perform an action, you can take with the help of the method. Now assume that just an example, you are taking with the method that you will be taking with click method, or you will be taking with the method, you will be taking with type method. This is how you will be having different type of methods will be there. So while working with these particular Selenium automation or any automation, you will be having methods will be there. This is how you are taking with the help of programming concept. Now just to understand, what is this method we got? Click. Need to be get perform in a click activity. It's need to be get perform in a click activity. Now assume that your requirement is need to be get perform in a click activity on Google search. Your requirement is you want to be perform in a click activity on Google search. Just assume that. For that, assume that you written the code and you were using that click method and you started executing the program. While executing the program, this click method is getting some confusion. You written the code, but while executing, that click method is getting some confusion. What is the confusion? Click method, it has to be perform click activity. While performing the click activity, it is getting some confusion here. What is the confusion it was getting? As simple as, how many buttons he got? How many buttons he got? 1 or 2? 1 or 2, guys. 2 buttons we got. One is Google search. Another one is I'm feeling lucky. So 2 buttons we got it. If you mention that click method, it cannot understand that where it has to be performed click activity. As a automation tester, you guys need to be clearly mentioned that where it has to be performed the click activity. All the details need to be provided in a very detailed way. Because of that, whenever you are performing click, not only click, according to the automation, to perform any kind of action, you have to take care about, in recognizing that button or recognizing the text box or recognizing the checkbox, whatever it can be. In case of manual testing, you got text box and then you will be taking with button and then taking with checkbox and then taking with drop down. Lot of things are there. According to manual testing, lot of terminologies are there. In case of automation, all these things, see the automation. In case of automation, all these particular things we used to be considered. What do you consider? Object or element. Don't compare with Java. The Java is different. As simple as according to the automation testing, in a web page, all the information consider as object or consider as a element. Both are same based on tester comfortable. You can use any of the option here. So now you can consider that object or element. Now the requirement is you have to recognize, you have to identify that particular object. You have to identify that particular object. To identify that particular object, you are taking with the help of inspect option. In Selenium, to get identify the object, we are taking with inspect option. While working inspect, you are taking with 8 types of options. While taking inspect, you are taking with 8 types of options here. In that, see the concept. In this particular one, you got considering the name and then ID and then class and then consider XPath, which need to be get consider XPath. At the same time, mentioning the tag name and then consider the CSS and then mentioning the link text and then considering the partial link text. Okay. What is mean by this? Everything you will understand. Just for now, make a note of this. Online students also make a note of all these things here. It will make you more easy and understanding. Online students also make a note of these things here. Tomorrow session will be there. Tomorrow we'll have a session with the same timings. Online students also, tomorrow session will be there. Online students also make a note of all these steps. Okay. Done? Okay. So see the whole understanding here. First thing, the meaning of automation testing. What is the meaning of automation testing? Testing done by the tool. But is that everything done by the tool? No. What are the things we have to do? Providing instruction. At the same time, generating the results. How we can provide instructions? With the help of programming. While working this programming, taking with the help of. While working that programming, you are taking with the help of that particular objects, or you can considering the elements here. As part of automation testing, you have to take care about in identifying with each and every particular object. As part of automation testing, you need to identify the each and every particular object. So to identify the object, in Selenium, you are using with the concept of inspect. In Selenium, you will be taking with the concept of inspect. While working with the inspect, you will be taking with the techniques. How many types of techniques? 8 types. What is mean by all these things? You will understand in the coming session. But for now, your understanding is while working with the Selenium, we have to take care about identifying the object. That concept you are considering the object identification. The meaning of object identification need to be identify particular object. How to identify the object? Taking with the help of 8 types of options here. So now, what is mean by these particular things? You will understand in the coming session. So now you can understand that why we are considered this is an advantage. While working with the Selenium, we got an advantage of object identification. As simple as how many types of techniques we got? 8 types of techniques are there. So in Selenium, it depends on tester. Based on the tester comfortable, we can utilize any of the option. Based on the tester comfortable, we can utilize any of the option here. But in case of taking with QTP, taking this particular QTP, we need to have object identification. We need to have object identification, but you can consider that, you can mention that taking care about inbuilt of the tool. As simple as in Selenium, we can take care about object identification. In case of QTP, in the tool itself, it will be having the built-in option. As simple as Selenium, we got more flexibility. Like it is supporting for multiple browsers. Based on project, we can utilize any browser. Flexibility is there. It is supporting for multiple programming languages, supporting for multiple operating system. At the same time, supporting for these particular multiple options of object identification. To identify the object in Selenium, what is option? Inspect. In case of QTP, object repository. So inbuilt options will be available, but Selenium, we can do that. We got more flexibility while working with Selenium automation. Then you will be taking with this particular Selenium. We mentioned that Selenium IDE. What is the use of Selenium IDE? Functionality of Selenium IDE. Programming. Look into your notebooks. Functionality of Selenium IDE. Record and playback. The functionality of Selenium IDE, we can perform the recording activity and we can do the playback of that. So Selenium, record and playback. QTP also, record and playback. When you compare both the things, QTP is having more options in doing the record and playback here. Both are having record and playback, but QTP is having more options in doing record and playback. At the same time, installation, Selenium will be taking with very less space. Selenium will be taking with very less space to install, but in case of QTP, little bit more space has been required, and moreover, it's not like mandatory that you have to take with a very high configuration of the laptops. A very general configuration is more enough to work with the Selenium, not like mandatory of required with a very high configuration laptops here. So installation, very easily it can be done. How we can do the installation? What are the things need to install? Everything I will guide you that. For now, you doesn't require to install anything. After that, considering that support wise means assume that you're working with Java. Java is related to which company? Currently which company? Oracle, right? So in case of any issues it got related to Java, not like you're programming, with the tool itself, that software itself, it got an issue, you will be directly contacting with the Oracle team in having that particular issue, because it is their own product here. But Selenium, it's not like in a license. It is clearly mentioning that open source. It's not like related to any one particular company here. There is no any official company which will be giving support for the Selenium. In general, you can do in the Google, or else in the tool itself, you got some issues. You can post your queries to that particular official website. The Castle app, Element 34, commercial support, or what exactly it is in case of providing. So those particular things, it will be getting with the support from that particular companies. Not like official companies here. There is no any specific company or official company will provide the support. So based on that, people comfortable, they will be giving with the support here. But these things we can consider in that majorly contributing related to Selenium. In case of QTP, what it got mentioned? Taking with HP. So HP is one of the IT company, so which it will be giving with the support for the QTP tool here. And the last one is while working with the Selenium also, it got a drawback. The main drawback of Selenium, is it is supported for only web applications. By using with the Selenium, we can support only web-based applications. By using with the Selenium, you can support only web-based applications. We cannot support anything related to Windows here. But in case of QTP, it will be supported for web-based applications and Windows-based applications here. So Selenium has been used to automate only web-based applications. We cannot automate anything related to Windows here. But every tool, it got its own features here. Every tool, it got its own features. Which tool need to be get used? That depends on that particular project requirement, or it will depends on that client requirement. So for now, going forward, if anyone is asking that what make you advantages of Selenium or why you have been taking with the Selenium, then you need to be get comfortable in explaining about all these advantages. So these are considering the very general advantages and technical advantages of Selenium here. So all the things, whatever I'm discussing in each and every session related to automation testing, whatever the things I was discussing, it has been documented. So whatever the things I'm discussing it has been documented in the PDF file. In this particular PDF file, this is a regular PDF file. Lot of things will be there. You are not worried about all the things here. It's not like all the things will be discussing it, but whatever the main things has been required, I'll be taking care of that. So in each and every session, what are all the things we are going to discuss? Everything it has been documented. For example, today we done with difference between Selenium and QTP. So that we will be having with all the details here. So going forward, what are all the things I'm discussing it? Everything will be available. It got having with Java programs, Java concepts also there, but I'm not going to discuss anything related to Java concepts. That is for regular batches I'll be taking, including the Java. But you guys already done with the Java. I'm not looking into that. So directly I need to get start with Selenium here. Related to this particular Selenium, everything it has been provided, including with the installation program. Lot of things will be there. Lot of other activities also there, but we are not worried about all the things here. Whatever the things has been required, we'll take care about only that particular one. So the same thing I'm just providing in your Google Classroom. I'm just providing in this particular Google Classroom, just you can have that particular PDF file. So related to manual testing, you are already having that particular PDF file. In a similar way, related to automation testing, which you will be taking with this particular PDF file. So manual testing, you already got it. Manual testing, you already got it. Related to Selenium. Related to Selenium, you got taking with this particular Selenium PDF file. So now we got understand that basic overview and we got understand that what is mean by this automation testing. So conclusion, meaning of automation testing, testing done by the tool here. So that particular tool can be anything. So while working this particular automation testing, what are the things we have to perform? Providing instructions. After that, generating the results here. This is just first understanding. Apart from this, we need to be get understand about lot of other activities need to be done. We need to be get understand about lot of other activities need to be done. Further, take with the new heading. Why you didn't already pack up? Still lot of time is there. Open your notebooks and then take the heading. Take with the heading is real-time automation testing process. Take with the new heading is real-time automation testing process. Take the new heading is real-time automation testing process. Real-time automation testing process. Under that, make a note of some questions. That is the main heading. Under that, make a note of some questions. Take the first question. When to start automation testing? 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 Take the second question. What are the preconditions? What are the preconditions or prerequisite? What are the preconditions or prerequisite to start automation testing? What are the preconditions or prerequisite to start automation testing? To start automation testing. Okay. Now, take the next question. How to decide automation tool? How to decide automation tool in the project? How to decide automation tool in the project? How to decide automation tool in the project? Take another question. What are the drawbacks of manual testing? What are the drawbacks of manual testing? What are the drawbacks of manual testing? Okay. What is the first question? When to start automation testing? What is the second question? What are the preconditions or prerequisites to start automation testing? What is the next one? How to decide automation tool in the project. What is the last one? What are the drawbacks of manual testing? Totally how many questions? For the 4 questions, answer will be not Monday, tomorrow. Tomorrow session is there. For all the 4 questions, you will be getting the answer in the tomorrow session. So once you got, that is what your real-time process need to be get understand. So by that, we'll complete with the process, we'll complete with the basics, then slowly we'll be getting started doing with the programming activities. So step by step, your favorite subject will come into the picture. So take care about all these things and ready with your laptops, your Eclipse, your installation. Your Eclipse need to be done. Related to Selenium, I'll discuss on it. But before that, make sure that your systems are ready with Eclipse here. The Java programs need to be working. That is what take care about installation. Tomorrow we'll complete the process. If possible, we'll start with the basic programs here. Okay? Clear? Carry on. Thank you.